All right. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Yes. Today is Friday, May 29th, 2020. We made it to Friday. This will be the last Friday of the school year, I guess. And Cosmonauts, this will be the last story I read to you today. It's a very sweet one. It's called Can You Do This, Old Badger? I read this a long time ago, I believe, but let's see if you remember. It's written by Eve Bunting, and the illustrator is Luyen Pham. I think is how you pronounce that. If you have a different way, go ahead and tell me, but that's my guess. Can you do this, old badger? Here's the title page. That looks nice. Get right to it. All right. It was the time between sunset and dark, just after the sun goes down, but before it gets dark. I'm going to start again. It was the time between sunset and dark. Old Badger and Little Badger walked along the forest path. Ugh, that looks awesome. Right away, when I see a picture like that, this is my kind of story. Little Badger jumped a little jump. Can you do this, Old Badger? I can, but not very well, Old Badger said. I used to be a good jumper, but now my legs are stiff. That's what happens when you get older. You're having fun. Little Badger tucked himself into a ball and rolled down the slope of the path. Can you do this, Old Badger? Maybe I could still do it, but it would be hard for me. I used to roll very well, Old Badger picked leaves and twigs from Little Badger's fur. I detect a theme here. I detect a pattern. Do you see the pattern yet? Young Badger says, I can do this. The title, remember, is Can You Do This, Old Badger? Young Badger says, can you do this? Old Badger says, eh. Little Badger climbed up a bent, skinny tree. Can you do this, Old Badger? Two blackbirds danced out of the leaves into the sky. I can still climb, but only if I have to, Old Badger said. And I would climb backwards because it's easier. Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know, Little Badger came down and took Old Badger's paw. It's sad that you are now old and can't do many things. Well, that's a little bit rude, isn't it, buddy? He doesn't know any better. He's just a little badger. Look at the frog behind. Oh, there's cute pictures. Keep an eye on those pictures. There are some things I can't do now, Old Badger says, but you help me remember how it was when I was young, and that makes me happy. Besides, there are many things I still can do, and lots of things I can still teach you. He pointed. See where the ground is muddy from today's rain? There will be earthworms there. Come and eat. I bet you didn't know that badgers really like earthworms. That's what they eat. And so Old Badger's going to teach young Badger a thing or two right now. Old Badger was right. There were wriggles and wriggles of fat earthworms on the damp earth. Yum, said Little Badger. They ate and ate. All right. Oh, yummy. Ooh, delicious. Would you just take one and bite it in half, or would you take a mouthful and like they're doing? Earthworms. Blech. When they were finished, Old Badger went to the stump of a tree. He raked at it with his claws. This is how you get the mud from out between your toes, he said. There he is. He's definitely teaching him a thing or two there. Little Badger, oh, he's looking at his paw saying, that's pretty cool, Old Badger. I can show you where to dig for bulbs of wildflowers in spring, Old Badger said. In summer, I can take you to where the juiciest blackberries grow. I can teach you where the field mice make their nests. I can help you find honeybee hives. But remember, never go in a hive face first. You will get your nose stung. A wise badger does not go in where the bees come out. I wish there was a honeybee hive right now, Little Badger said. He doesn't look like he's making that face, but he was. He really was. He was whining. Oh, here's the mice. Here, I was covering up the mice. There's some mice right there. I wonder if the Old Badger knew there were mice right there. Old Badger sniffed the air. There may be one in that rotting log. There was. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. This rotting log, the same one where the mice were. Old Badger's got a good nose. I'm going to start that again. Old Badger sniffed the air. There may be one in that rotting log. There was. They clawed through the top and got to the beehive before the bees got to them. Afterwards, they walked along licking the honey from their paws. Yum, little badger said. He's having a great day with old badger, isn't he? Learning all kinds of things. They stopped by a wide stream. I can teach you to fish, old badger said. I didn't know badgers could fish. Little badger was surprised. Some can. I guess old badger can. And those who learn from old badger might be able to. They stood in the stream. Old badger flipped a shining fish onto the bank. Little badger saw one swimming below. He tried to catch it, but it slithered through his paws. It looks easy, he said, but it's not. You'll learn, old badger said. It takes time. And that's all good, all important lessons. They should take time. If you learn something right away, that's great. But this seems like a really important lesson for young badger here. And it's worth it if he keeps trying. Struggling a little bit, that's okay. Just keeps trying. Don't give up, little badger. They sat on the bank of the stream to share old badger's fish. How do you know so much, little badger asked, his mouth full of fish. Because I have been around for a long time. And because, many years ago, an old badger taught me. Someday, you will be an old badger, and you will teach a little badger what you know. That's the way it was planned. Old badger wiped little badger's mouth with the back of his paw. Oh, that's nice. Old badger saying, you're going to pass on these lessons because you're going to be a good badger. Will that little badger love me as much as I love you? I'm going to say that again. Will that little badger love me as much as I love you? Little badger asked. He will, old badger said. That's part of the plan too. And now it's nap time. Is that another part of the plan, little badger asked. It's another part of my plan, old badger said. He needs a nap. He's had a tough day, that old badger. I don't know if you saw that picture, right? Of them staring at each other with nice eyes. They curled side by side in a hole on the bank of the stream. The night air was cool on their fur. Their paws were still sticky with honey and silvered with fish scales as together they slept under a badger moon. And you can see, if you see the moon there, you might be able to see a badger's face in that moon. Under a badger moon. That's nice. Look at that. If you ever have trouble going to sleep, just look at that picture right there. That's nice. Oh, and there they are, hugging. Oh, they're sweet. Old badger and young badger. Enjoy your summer, cosmonauts. I hope to see you next year. Bye-bye.